chair of the JJ dinner, this dinner, a number of years ago, president of the Cape and Island Democrats, a state committee member for 21 years, and now a life member of the state committee since 1990, an alternate elector for Bill Clinton and Al Gore in 1996, a presidential elector for Al Gore in 2000, and always from that point on referred to as honorable. And finally, for 10 years, the leader of the Stop the Outfall Pipe movement, and you all know what that was all about. That's what Etta Goodstein did in her political years here on the Cape. But at the end of the day, I want to end with what I said earlier, because this evening is all about values. And Etta's life has always been about her values. Her uncompromising values, her uncompromising sense of integrity and the rightness of things. And when things were done wrong, standing up and letting people know that they were wrong. When women were paid unequally, she stood up and said, that's wrong. When people of color weren't given opportunities, she said, that's wrong. When people weren't being included, she said, that's wrong. And at the end of the day, a great American playwright summarized Etta's life and her career best when she said the following. She said, I cannot and will not cut my conscience to fit this year's fashions. And Etta's values are timeless. From her great-grandmother from Poland to this moment in 2011, we celebrate a life commitment to progressive values and to uncompromising truth and integrity. Ladies and gentlemen, the Democrat of the Year of the Cape and Island Democrats, Etta Goodstein. For her leadership, vision, and efforts to strengthen the Democratic Party on Cape Cod, April 30, 2011. Yeah.
Okay, Etta, congratulations. I passed this crown. You thought only the Brits do this, right? The Democrats have our own queen. And it's
If anybody knew Etta, like we knew Etta, when you go to Etta's house, if you don't eat, she kills you. She says, you gotta eat in my house, you gotta get out. And she feeds you well. And when you go into her home, when you go into her home, right, family? She has beautiful home with crystal and glass, and oh, it's unbelievable. So, just for a notch, you know what a notch is? I figured a notch. A notch, no, a notch. Not a nosh. A notch. Okay. I thought maybe we should give something to Etta to put in her home.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Oh my
God. It's Murano glass. Thank you.
The Honorable Etta Goodstein, Democrat of the Year 2011.
Wonderful evening. First, I want to say thank you to the Cape and Islands Democratic Council for thinking of me in this manner. And the second thing I need to say is, as unaccustomed as I am to public speaking, there are a few words that I'd like to say this evening. The first is I want to say thank you to my family that's here. Please stand up. Yeah. And next, to my friends, current and former employees, people I helped get elected, people I tried but did not get elected, my pals from the town committees, state committees, I really want you also, and the friends I made along the way, please stand up also. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. Come on, don't be shy. point that it takes a village. And as many of you know, the last 6 months I've been medically challenged, and this is part of the village that's helped me get through. And I thank you very much for that. Here's the thing. This is why I'm here before you today. It's what makes us Democrats. It's not just the philosophy, but we actually walk the walk, we do the talk. And many people here in the room helped me along. That's what we do. We care about people, not just ideology. It's what makes us Democrats. We support public education, environmental protection, civil liberties, equal rights for all, and we support the right of unions to have rights. If we as Democrats forget these principles, we will lose our base election day. So it's really important for us to think about what we're doing as we go forward into the next election cycle. My first vote when I got elected to the state party was to create the 20-year seat so that the old farts would get out of the way and we could get some young blood in. And now that I'm one of the old farts, and I look around this room, the graying of the party is an issue, and I really want every one of us to reach out to the young people in the communities, whether they're environmental activists, they're civil liberty activists, it doesn't matter. We need to reach out to the young people in the community and let them know their home is with the Democratic Party. They're the ones that are going to bring us forward into the future to help us correct issues on a state and a federal level. And the young Democrats, happens to be my niece and nephews at the table with me tonight, they're the future, the next generation after that. As a small business owner, I've been on the Cape for 39 years.